It's the next movement in radio, Beat Break Radio, twitter.com at Beat Break Radio, facebook.com at Beat Break Radio, the all-new Beat Break right here on BeatBreakRadio.com. We still got the fam in the building, AC, Reggie, Radio, Shar, the weekend recipes in the building. Yeah, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good, DJ Rose. Wow.
Oh!
The bedroom hour hasn't even got started yet, and already she's ready. DJ Rose on the ones and twos. Sean Garvey, the new artist recommending radio. Yo, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the bedroom hour a little early, because they kicking us out. They getting ready to kick us out. They getting ready to kick our asses out. But I wanted to talk about what DJ Rollum suggested we talked about earlier, but I think we saved that for another time.
That's cool.
Now, we do have two married women in the studio, two very beautiful married women, happily married.
Yes, gotta say happily married.
Two beautiful, happily married women in the building. You know, I just gotta emphasize it. Of course, that's AC and Shar Bates. You know, so the question, we were talking about it off the air, about, you know, dudes still coming up to you all, you know, putting their Mac down, putting their game down on you and stuff. When they, you know, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, we have to introduce this whole thing with the whole fact that I called in the other night during the Indie Artist Showcase Beat Break Radio Takeover.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had my inner sex kitten come out on air. You know, because, you know, I have that voice. And of course, whoever it was, who was it that was the DJ with you?
I think his name was Kevin.
He was at me like, ooh, who is you? What's going on with you? On the air, right?
Right.
And Sean was like, well, you know, she's a happily married woman. Well, he's like, I really don't even care.
He said that she had to ask a certain person real quick.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Sean didn't bust me all the way out, you know. Exactly. So he was like, you know, I don't even care about all that, because you know what it is. So we've been talking, you know, trying to figure out, you know, what it is about these brothers that's out here just wide open that really could care less whether or not we married or not, Shar.
I mean, they do not care. I was telling them during the break, you know, I had a guy approach me at 8 months pregnant in the grocery store. Stopped his whole conversation to come over. I'm trying to, what's up, dog? I'm trying to get with you. I'm like, hey, you don't see this whole belly situation right here? Oh, ma, I don't care about that. I'm like, okay, well, what about this wedding ring right here? Oh, man, I pay for that smile. I'm like, what about my husband? Oh, he'd be mad I stole that smile. Hey, like, really?
Right.
Like, some guys just do not care. It's like, you know what, honestly, I have to blame, you know, both sides, though. You know, it has to be, they might have ran across somebody that was like, oh, okay, I don't care either, you know, but it goes both ways, though.
It does. I mean, that's kind of the controversial position on the whole topic, is the fact that these men wouldn't be able to get all that far. See, I'm supposed to be speaking for the ladies, but I'm going to go ahead and put up for the men, too. Y'all wouldn't be able to get no leg room or no energy off of married women if they didn't allow it. And so apparently they feel comfortable enough, because I promise you, I get step 2 on a regular basis, and they be looking like, okay, and what? You know, you married, okay.
Like, they don't even blink,
good
right?
For you. What's that got to do with me?
Right, like, they ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right, what you
They look at you like you trying to cock block, bringing up the fact that you married.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh, you crazy. Anyway.
Right. Why you trying to throw something at me? Yeah.
Right. Now, I was talking to you all off the air about my situation, you know, a couple of years ago, and I have dealt with married women on an intimate level.
Okay.
You know, it went beyond a friendship level. It went to something more intimate.
Right.
And I guess I'm different from other guys. Not saying you, Roland, or AC, but I mean Reggie, but like I guess I'm different from other guys because my approach is different to married women and stuff. You know, when I was dealing with these married women in the past, I wasn't like, you know, I'm gonna pay your bills. You know, I'm gonna take you out to the nicest restaurants and everything. I was just mostly there for emotional support.
Oh, see, you took it to another level when you get to the emotional part. See, that's what makes the woman like acceptable to you to talk to you and everything, and then that's when things can lead to other things.
Right. It led from one thing to another.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah,
said emotional,
definitely.
that hit it right there, man.
I think that that's something that a lot of women are lacking out of their marriages or relationships as well, per se. And a lot of times, if you talk to most people, well, most women, they'll tell you, oh, well, our communication isn't there. And if she can sit up and laugh with that other guy and talk to him, he's actually listening and not just hearing what she's saying, it that is definitely a factor that can let a woman get caught up.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's the angling that they tend to use. You know what I mean? Because women, we're not carnal, we're not physical. You know what I mean? It's not like we see a dude and like, I'm gonna give him some. I mean, usually that's not how it go down. But if he can massage it in through the heart and through the head, then there may be some possibility in some cases. I'm not speaking on first-hand terms, but I'm talking about, I have a lot of female friends to remain nameless that may have dibbled and dabbed in that whole look, and that's how they got. Yeah, it was the emotional side.
It seems like it always ends up that way, point blank period. And we were talking a little bit earlier, and I think what it is on the guy's perspective, it's a commitment type of thing. Oh, she's married, she got a family, I ain't got to worry about her. She good. Somebody else is taking care of that.
Right.
She can come over here when she need me.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about, I got to pay this bill or I got to get this done or anything like that.
Yeah.
But always what ends up happening is that emotional, and let's be real, females are very emotional.
Yes.
And you cannot separate that emotion when it comes to especially connecting. And having a physical connection or emotional connection, they can't separate that. Like you said, females aren't carnal.
Right.
They're naturally receivers.
Yeah.
We men, we are hunters, so we gonna hunt after you, and we have that roughness. But female, you can go into it and say, oh, it's just a fling. But then it happens, these emotions get involved, and then y'all go out and end up telling your husbands, hey, I can't do this anymore, and just worse than the worst.
Play devil's advocate quick. Let me play devil's advocate because I had to take the mic because every female is not like that. I got some friends and, even myself back in the day, some females are able to operate outside of emotions. Some of us, who can take some of the guy traits, who can actually real talk before Steve Harvey, act like a lady and think like a man on some real stuff, So sometimes it be the men that get caught up. Sometimes it be the men that get caught up, It goes both ways.
That's that boomerang syndrome.
Oh.
Wow. She got swag too.
He got served. Yes, he did. He was like, where you going?
We're not gonna see each other tonight.
No, I'm good.
Right.
So let me ask you, ladies, you happily married women, this question. Now, do you all at times are attracted to guys, whether they are single or not married? Do you all?
No question, absolutely. I'll say that on the air. If my husband's listening, Derek, hey, I'm sorry, baby, but it's real. I'm just keeping it real. I got married. I didn't turn blind, deaf, and dumb.
Exactly.
And so there are men out here, absolutely, I am attracted to. Absolutely. We're tested on a daily basis out here. That's real talk.
It's really the truth, and my husband, he knows my type, And let's be honest, ladies. I'm the type of, I'm like a dude girl, so I don't really trip. Like if we're in the mall or something, and we see a girl, and she got a big booty, and I'll see him look, but try to act like, I'd be like, you like her booty, don't you? She had a big booty. I'm like, baby, it's okay. She had a nice butt, and I'll look too, like, well, it was pretty nice, Females have to stop being so insecure
that
you don't allow a man to be a man. You have to be secure enough with yourself to know, hey, he might look at her booty, but this is mine, this is his, and that's mine. So I don't really trip. I'll tell him, like, man, he'd be like, you seen that dude? You know, I seen you looking at him. I'll be like, yeah, baby, he was fine. You know, no disrespect.
For real,
You know I love you, but he was fine. You know,
Right.
keep it real. I don't care. He can look at a girl's booty. I'll be like, dang, she did have a big booty. You know, not on no gay stuff. You know, I'm just keeping it real. Like, she had a bad shape. I ain't gonna lie. You know, go ahead, girl.
Minaj booty, right.
You know, I mean, keep it real. You know, he know I'm comfortable enough to compliment and look at him like, he be like, man, I ain't looking at her. Okay, whatever.
It's all in how you react to it. You know what I mean? It's all in how we react. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to take care of home. You know what I'm saying? And just like Reggie, to Reggie's point, you know, these brothers that's out here, you know, they like, okay, I'm going to get an opportunity to drive this Lexus, but I ain't got to do no oil changes. I ain't got to put no gas in it. I ain't got to take it through the car wash. I ain't got to vacuum out the carpet, nothing. I can just ride around in it for a couple hours and floss. But meanwhile, the oil got to get changed by the next dude. No, that's not cool. You know, just as a matter of respect, you just can't do it like that.
I want to say this for the record, that Shar Bates liked me on Facebook, meaning that she saw a picture of me. And she liked my picture. So I'm like, okay, this sister right here, she finds me some way attractive or whatever, you know.
Right.
Beat break is sexy.
Yeah, it is. Sean Darby is sexy. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Cutson can hold it down. DJ Rowland doing it.
Before.
With all black, the Sean be stepping out.
Yes, I give props where props are due. I have no problem.
Right.
Now, I want to ask this question real quick. Now, what about being married and being sexually attracted to another person? How do you all feel about that? Because I feel like... I know you want to hear this thing. Hold the mic. Like, I feel like I'm in a marriage with my girl at times, whatever. And, you know, we had this conversation before, like, are you sexually attracted to other people? And, you know, do you have fantasies about them? And she said yes, you know, and I'm like, well, I do too, you know. So, you know, what do you all think? What do you all...
I think that you can definitely be sexually attracted. When you're, let's all be honest here.
Let's be honest.
When you
sexually attracted to other men, Shar?
Well, yeah. When you, but honestly, it's the funny thing is that people can front and be like, oh, you know, I thought he was good looking and left it right there. Girl, stop it, okay? You imagine him with his shirt off. You imagine like, man, I bet he can stroke that. Yeah, you know, don't try to act like the thought in your head, even if you ain't said out loud, the thought in your head went past that. It doesn't mean you're acting on it. You just thinking like, man, you know, I bet he, you know, da-da-da-da-da. You could be wrong. You know, he could be terrible. But, yeah, of course.
I'm sexually attracted to Idris Elba. I'm sexually attracted to Mekhi Phifer. And I'm sexually attracted to Michael Ealy. So I'm hoping they listening, because I'm just going to let them know what it is.
Wow.
Boris Kojo, Boris, you could get it. In another lifetime, he could get it.
In another lifetime. That's what it is.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you waiting to say something, DJ Ross.
Oh, no, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Right.
I'm a big listener.
I mean, so it's cool. Like, you know, I have conversations with people before that were married, and they would say like, oh no, I can never ever do that. That's you know, that's like, I can never do that. I can never think about this person sexually, because I'm married. I got a ring on it.
That don't mean, like Angela said, it don't mean you blind. It does not mean that you're blind. So just stop the lies.com and keep it real.